Ta ut händerna igen. Coming from Odessa in Ukraine, she has been a journalist, she has been an activist and a member of the Ukrainian parliament. She is very well known for her engagement in civil society for democracy, transparency and anti-corruption work. She has been engaged in different reform movements and the Euromaidan movement 2013 to 14. Please welcome Ukraine's ambassador in Sweden, Svitlana Zalischuk.
Tack. Hello everyone. I am sorry I'm the only one who will speak English to you. In my justification, I can say that I visited both Linköping and Norrköping, and I know the difference already. Swedish yet to come, though. I came here to say 5 good news. First one, fighter jets. Last week, we had Ukrainian president, my president Volodymyr Zelensky, was here in Sweden, and he concluded an agreement with Sweden about bringing Swedish fighter jets Gripen into Ukraine so that they can protect, defend our skies, our lands, our seas. That's a very strong increase of our air defense capability. It will bring the change to the front line. I also think it's a good investment for Sweden, because it will bring a competitive advantage for Sweden on the global scale. So I'm here to say thank you, tack så mycket, for this very important move. When I was still in Ukraine and I was coming to Sweden, I had a briefing in office of the president and they said, Svitlana, bring us 2 things. Your task is, please bring the fighter jets and the king. I'm also very happy to say that His Majesty was courageous enough to come to Ukraine, to come to Lviv 2 months ago. By the way, when we were preparing the visit, there was an attack of Russia on Lviv during a light day, and it hit one of the churches in Lviv. And after that, I thought, okay, that visit gonna be cancelled. But no, His Majesty, the Royal Palace, was very committed to come to Ukraine and to show that commitment and to show that support as a sign of solidarity, long-standing solidarity, that we are here, we are standing with you, and we will stand with you as long as it takes. So thank you for that as well. Second good news, ballistic. One of the things that Ukrainians didn't find solutions for is ballistic attacks. Unfortunately, fortunately, Russians are not doing so well on the front line. Ukrainians recently seized the initiative. We managed to deoccupy a number of areas. Putin understands that, so he sends even more rockets on Kyiv, other regions, on our peaceful cities. Ukrainians didn't have its own ballistic. Americans did, Patriots. Europeans have only few its own ballistics. On the way here, while I was coming to this event, manifestation, I read Financial Times that Ukrainians are doing first test of its own ballistic missile. Moreover, Ukraine invites Sweden and few other countries to participate in anti-ballistic project. When we conclude that, and I hope that it will happen within weeks, months, European continent will have its own anti-ballistic system. We will not depend anymore on the United States. It will protect Ukraine and Europe on a different level. And that will be a big breakthrough in our deterrence and defense system. So I also want to thank you for participating in that project. That's something that was discussed during my president to Sweden, and I'm happy to announce this good news as well. Third good news, sanctions. I know that Member of Parliament was talking about sanctions, how we can increase, how we can put even more pressure on Russia to increase the price to continue this war to the extent that Putin will have to come to the table of negotiations. It hasn't happened yet. But nevertheless, I want to also say a few things, that Sweden demonstrated incredible leadership on this front line. Just recently, a few days ago, there was a court decision about arrest of Kafa, a shadow fleet that was stealing grain from annexed Crimea and was bringing that grain to other countries in the world. That ship was arrested here in Swedish water, and in accordance to the court decision, it will be expropriated and transferred to Ukraine. This is a precedent in the whole European Union. Sweden is courageous enough to stop the shadow fleet, to arrest them, and to show that this is not acceptable. So I want to thank you for that leadership, for that courage as well. Fourth news, which is good, is our European integration. You know very well that for months our European integration was blocked because of Hungary, but we don't have that problem anymore. And next week it will be a historic week, because the European Union will open the first cluster, so-called technical word. What does it mean? In human words, it means that we will start the negotiations about Ukraine's membership in the European Union. And I want to thank you and Sweden and Swedish government and Swedish Parliament for support on that endeavor, in that direction, for bringing us closer as a member of EU. And finally, my good news number 5 is that actually I would like to thank you, personally you, standing here, organizing this demonstration every single week. Whenever my Minister of Defense was here a month ago and he said, Svitlana, tell me about Sweden, tell me about the Swedish people. He was here for the first time in his capacity as a Minister of Defense. And I said, you know, Minister, the easiest way to explain how Sweden supports us would be to tell you that Swedes have only 3 demonstrations weekly in Stockholm, only in Stockholm, to show their solidarity with Ukraine. He was very impressed. And I said, you know, one of the things, many things can change. History can bring us new challenges, new victories, new problems. But one thing will not change, I hope, is that free Ukraine here in Sweden will be always the neighbor of Russian embassy. So I want to thank you for that, for free Ukraine being here always in the heart of Sweden, and for free people like you supporting free people like us, free country like us, Ukraine, in free Europe. Thank you. Tack så mycket. Thank you.